no means no. No. This means no. Okay? So if I asked you this question here, I'd have to conjugate the verb in parentheses first, right? And for what word am I conjugating this verb? I'm conjugating this verb for tu, because tu is the person, it's the subject in this sentence. And it comes after the verb because it's a question, right? So I'd conjugate comer for tu. And I'd get comes, right? ¿Comes tú hamburguesas todos los días? No, yo no como hamburguesas todos los días. No, yo no como hamburguesas todos los días. So what we have here is two no words, right? No, yo no como hamburguesas todos los días. What's happening is that the first no just answers the question. It's yes or no, right? So the first no means no. It means no. But the second no, no como, means don't. Okay? All it does is negate the verb. It just negates the verb. No como. I don't eat. Or I'm not eating. Or I won't eat. Okay? So this no just negates the verb. Remember, we said we don't have a do or don't helping verb. We don't. We don't have a distinct verb for that. The way we just negate a verb to say I don't eat, I don't run, you don't walk, she doesn't leave, is just put a no before it. And we put a no before a verb whenever we're talking about a negative, right? Whenever we're answering a question and we say no. So this no here answers the question, yes or no. This could either be sí or it could be no. This just negates the verb. If it wasn't a negative, right, you would just say como. Sí, como hamburguesas todos los días. But we're saying that I don't eat hamburgers every day. So this no goes with the verb. It's part of the verb. It's just a negative form of como. Instead of I eat, it's no como. I don't eat. Does that make sense? Yo duermo. Or duermo. Yo no duermo. Do you see that? All it is the same action, just negated for the same person. Yo no duermo. No duermo. Because the yo is optional, right? No duermo. No duermo. Lees. Or tú lees. Or tú no lees. So if you choose to use the subject pronoun tú, which is optional, right? It doesn't matter, it doesn't affect where the no goes because the no goes with the verb. It negates the verb. We're saying that you're not doing this action. So it'd be no lees or tú no lees, but the no goes right before the verb. If you leave off the tú, the no is in its regular spot. No lees is right before the verb. No lees. No lees. How do we conjugate this verb in parentheses? ¿Corres tú aquí todos los días? No, no corro aquí todos los días. See, the first no answers the question. The second no negates the verb. So the first verb means no, and the second verb is basically going to mean don't. Don't or doesn't. Here, don't. I don't. No corro. do you conjugate this verb in parentheses? ¿Estudias tú en el parque mañana? No, yo no estudio en el parque mañana. How do we conjugate this here? This verb group here. We have two verbs back to back. Remember, only one gets conjugated. The first one gets conjugated for the person. And the second one stays in its original, basic AR, ER, IR form. ¿Necesitas cantar tú ahora? Necesitas cantar is our verb, right? It's made up of two words, right? But that's our verb. Necesitas cantar. We're not going to split up two verbs, okay? We're going to keep those two verbs the same, two verbs together, because they form one main verb, the verb of the sentence. And then in a question, you have verb first, subject after. So tú comes after the entire verb. Necesitas cantar is your verb, then your subject tú comes. So how would you answer this question? ¿Necesitas cantar tú ahora? No, no necesito cantar ahora. ¿Puedes bailar tú en la biblioteca ahora? No, yo no puedo bailar en la biblioteca ahora.